The safest building on that block wasn't protected by gates, cameras, or guards. It was protected by silence. No noise complaints, no visitors, no mistakes. Until one line on a utility dashboard blinked red, and the silence finally broke. Tonight, we walk through a real-world playbook. The anomaly no one was supposed to see, the pressure that nearly collapsed the operation, and the coordinated move that unlocked a door without ever touching the handle. If you want to understand how US agencies dismantle a network without tipping it off, this is where process beats bravado. A drab duplex in Little Havana, Miami lit up a screen at 2:03 a.m. 40 minutes of heavy power draw, then nothing. It happened again 2 nights later. Same window, same duration. Always after midnight. One analyst paused. That load didn't match a family, or even a home business. She pulled a city thermal feed. Short heat bursts flared at the garage door, then vanished. Why would a small rental breathe like a warehouse? Only in the dead of night. The first human tip wasn't digital. An anonymized caller reported brief van stops, never more than 5 minutes. Same approach, same exit, rotating plates. At the same time, a flagged cash courier appeared on downtown cameras, looping a 4-block pattern around the duplex on 3 separate nights. He never stopped. He just waited. That's when the rule kicked in. Don't rush the door. This network punished leaks. One knock, and the house, the cars, and the accounts would evaporate into shell companies by sunrise. So agents stayed off the porch and went to paper and pixels instead. Property records showed a straw buyer tied to a logistics firm with no shipping history, no bills of lading, and a registered address that led to a locked mailbox. The deed was clean. The escrow wasn't. Water and electric told the truth the paperwork wouldn't. Baseline usage stayed low all day, then spiked during narrow windows that matched the van visits. Pumps and dehumidifiers kicked on together. Offload, rinse, dry, seal, then darkness again. Financials followed the same rhythm. Banks flagged deposits at $9,400 and $9,700, clustered just below reporting thresholds. Zelle transfers hit new accounts tied to low-income addresses, paid in neat, repeatable amounts. No employer, no payroll. Just money appearing exactly when it needed to. That's payroll by proxy. Trash pulls sealed it. Coffee filters dusted with benzocaine, cellulose residue. Late-night waste that didn't belong in a tenant's kitchen. Exterior cameras logged license plates rotating every week. Rental cars changed every 6 days. Never 7, to dodge pattern detection. A cleaning crew arrived late Friday nights, stayed 12 minutes, left nothing but air freshener and wiped handles. Door-to-door vendors drifted the block with the same script. But they weren't selling anything. They were counting patrol cars, unfamiliar faces, and vehicles that didn't rotate. The tradecraft pointed one direction: Venezuelan DTO. Still, no entry, no taps, no wires, because the house was watching back. So agents stopped staring at the house and listened to the block. That looping courier finally mattered. He hit a remitter in Doral 3 times in a week, always just under ID thresholds. Then he drove to a freight forwarder in Hialeah with empty duffels and left with sealed boxes labeled appliance parts. That was the spine. Probable cause expanded. Surveillance widened. The duplex stayed blind. Now the question wasn't what was happening there. It was how to see every handoff without touching a single wire inside the walls. DEA built the narcotics timeline. Who touched product and when. HSI traced the invisible lines. Freight, remittances, under-invoiced shipments. The U.S. Marshals planned the endgame. Vehicle stops, door teams, and how to grab runners without turning it into a spectacle. A federal prosecutor embedded inside the briefings, tuning warrants so they would land only when the evidence forced the truth, not a minute earlier. The safe house adapted. Routers rotated. RF sweeps ran nightly. Thermal curtains flattened heat signatures. Any wire would have earned them a new playbook. So the team kept distance. Long lens optics from leased apartments, passive plate readers hidden in municipal boxes, cellular site simulators run in irregular gaps, never long enough to draw attention. At altitude, the picture sharpened. 3 bodies in the garage, then 1. A heat spike over a table-sized surface, 2 vans idling just long enough to charge batteries or mask sound, then cooling again. Someone was counting. Signals analysis filled in the rest. 10-second calls, 3 rings, silence. Always aligned with van movement. A dispatcher node surfaced 6 blocks away. Night-only tenant, no daytime footprint. Invoices on appliance shipments priced far below market moved value without moving cash. Shell importers in Doral recycled the same procurement names through short-lived corporations. New nodes lit up a condo where drivers always took the stairs. An apartment dumping shredded paper and glove boxes every Wednesday. A quiet dock where a man always carried a cooler first. The net tightened, and the risk rose. Every move now had to be synchronized. If one site lit up, the others went dark. So the team stopped chasing addresses and started running clocks. The pattern of life board didn't need confessions. Drop windows, handoff points, command contacts. The cleanest second to touch each site, mapped and timed. Warrants stayed sealed, staggered, signed and held like a coiled spring. Same night, same hour. The safe house never saw it coming. That duplex wasn't strong. The silence around it was. Once the map showed who moved, who paid, and when they blinked, doors stopped mattering. Timing mattered. Coordination mattered. Trust mattered. If this is what it takes to touch one quiet house in Miami, imagine how many others are still humming. Protected not by walls, but by patience. Raids end houses. Cooperation ends networks. Stay with us for the next case. Different city, different map, same silence, until it breaks.